Hello everyone, now I would like to give review for Wulan's reading instructional design. But first of all, I would like to say that for the whole instructional that she has been made already good, but there are several things that she has to consider again to make the instructional better. Let's start with the activity title. In here, I think the activity title already good because she used CNN News to increase student reading comprehension, and also she used a peer strategy in the activity. So from this activity title, I can imagine that your lesson will be meaningful. Next, in the introduction session, it is a good introduction because you give a brief explanation about what is CNN news, and also you give explanation how the learning process will be carried out. Even though it is a brief explanation, it is enough to give a clear introduction about the activity will be conducted in the class. Now move into the target language. The target language is English, and it is correct. And now we move into the target language skill and area. In here, you already mentioned four. There are reading skill, vocabulary, grammar, and communication. But I think you have to add writing skill because I see in your activity you ask your student to make inferences that indicate writing activity. So it is nice if the target language skill and area you add writing skills. And now we move into the activity aims. It is also a good activity aim, but I think you miss several things. In here, I have comment for you. You have to add vocabulary, grammar, and also writing skill in your activity aim. Because I don't see you write those things, you just write reading skill and also communication skill. You need to consider that your activity aim accordance with the target language skill and area. I have suggestion for your aim. You can write the aim of this activity are increasing student reading skill, vocabulary, and grammar through news items available on CNN News. And also from this part, you can replace it into students are expected to be able to increase their writing skill by making inferences from news text given. I think it is better if you replace it into what I said before. And now we arrive in the activity length. It is 90 minutes. I think it is enough to do all of your activity that has been you planned in your class. And also here in the preparation time, it is a good because you give a explanation about what the teacher do before begin the class. Okay, now we move into the technical requirement and resources. In here, I think you already mentioned all things that you need in your learning process. But here in the technical requirement and resources number 4, you said that you use picture of flood disaster in your activity. So I think you have to add the resources or link where you find the picture that you use in your class. Okay, we move into the procedure section. So I can say that this procedure already good. You make a clear procedure from the beginning of the class until the end of the class. But one thing that you have to attention is you still use teacher center, not student center, because most of your activity need teacher instruction that make your student dependent. So in here, I have some suggestion for you to replace your procedure. For example, we can see in the procedure number 2, in here you said that teacher asks student to respond to the picture. I think you can replace it into student respond to the picture given by the teacher. And also, we can see in the procedure number 5, in here, you said that teacher instruct the student to read the news, make inferences, and do it pairs. I think it is better if you replace it into student read the news and make inferences about it in pairs. Also, the last, we can see in the procedure number 7, it, it is better if the procedure number 7 replace into students share their inferences based on the result of their discussion. I think if you replace it into what I said before, it is indicate a student center. You can replace all of your procedure that still use a teacher center. Now we move into the procedure number 9. In the procedure number 9, I think you have to provide the sentence that will you give to the student in the true or false question. Now, last in the procedure 12, when you give assignment to your student, you have to give clear instruction where and when the assignment will be submitted, so the student will not feel confused. For example, you can ask your student to submit the assignment in Telegram in a week later. That's all about the procedure. Move into the option, suggestion, and the justification. From this session, I don't have anything to comment because I think all of this part is already good. Now, last but not least, in the references. In here, I think you have to use APA 7 version for your references. For example, in your first references, you need to replace the title into capital case. In here, capital case means that only the first letter of the first word is capitalist. So you have to replace the word news, text, development, and so on. So also you have to put doi in your references. So that's all about my review for Wulan Reading Instructional Design. Thank you.